I don't believe in growing up. I think you should grow down into the ground. I think the earth needs us to regrow our own roots, to reestablish our connection to our actual human nature, to our bodies. And that's where this life force energy, the sexual life force energy is the most powerful force you've got.
But instead we're living in concrete houses.
It's just
we're just completely disconnected
covered in plastic. We eat plastic. Our clothes are made of plastic. We put plastic in our faces on purpose, and then we complain that there's plastic in the fish. Well, what do you think? If you use all this makeup and you use all these plastic clothes, where's it going to go? There's no sort of, let's fire it into space. Well, it still exists in consciousness.
Yeah. Oh my God, that is just absolutely frightening. The number of things that we have put in space.
There's no respect.
It is absurd. Yeah,
for your body and for your planet. It's the same thing. Your body, your blood is 97% water, salt. So is the sea. We are the earth. We don't have to feel ourselves separate from it. And this narrative of the sort of certain religions, they're very like structured and stuff, and they're not flowy. They're not like love filled. They're very much read out of a book. I am not worthy to gather up the crumbs under thy table, O Lord. And I don't mean any disrespect to people that get a lot out of wherever their faith is, but are they actually in faith? Do they actually have faith? Are they actually trusting of it? The magic of life.
And these are some big questions.
The great mystery. Well, I've been having an existential crisis since I was 12. When I went to boarding school at 11, I was like, this isn't nice. I don't like this. This is no better than it was before. And I had to wait until I started raving, and took an ecstasy tablet. Yeah. And I studied psychology, and they said they used ecstasy for marriage guidance because it opens your heart. MDMA. I don't advocate everybody to go out and take it every weekend, but it opens your heart. We've been so strictly, like, we've been coerced, and this 4,000 years of conditioning has created us all, this little box that we have to like obey and live inside of. Otherwise what? Otherwise what? So I'm a big stirrer, and that's what happens if you work with me. You end up changing your life.
How do you how do you stir your clients?
I ask them questions. I literally just ask questions, and they
open up.
Have to sit with it. They have to sit with whatever they have come up with. Why are you doing that? I've been asking uncomfortable questions. I've had to sit with it. And then, what do you really want is a massive question. It can take weeks for people to know what they want. So every time you have a session, you approach it again. What do you think you want today? Have you thought about it?
Because it could be anything. What do you want, like, right now? What do you want next day or next week?
Oh, now I'm thirsty. I've got physical needs. I want a glass of water. What else do you want? I want to have chicken for dinner. What else do you want? I want to have, I want my children to be happy. Well, you can't have that because that's out of your control, because that's in the future and that's about somebody else. What else do you want? I want to go on holiday to Hawaii. Fantastic. How should we organize that then? But if you're talking about a relationship, what do you want from a relationship? Well, I want a person who's going to see me in the nicest possible way. Okay, well, let's ask you some questions. Like, how do you see yourself?
Yes.
How much of yourself are you prepared to show somebody? And we do digging. And then because there are all sorts of blocks, you get blocked up, your chakras, your energy centers you've got a rainbow inside you, and it gets all blocked up in various ways. We talked about the body, your kidneys and everything. So your chakra system gets blocked. So you need to unblock chakra systems, and I can do that. I can literally open people's chakras on Zoom. It's amazing, and help them to feel
to me, that's
relieved.
still, because I truly believe in all this, the connection, the energy, the passing on energy and all of that. But I still can't quite get my head around how these things, or how can you do Reiki and, these, well, I know we call them alternative healings, but they're kind of quite natural, aren't they? How can you do these things on Zoom? That, mind you, I've never experienced it, so I can't say either way. It's just it's a little bit
You have to
weird for me.
Your whole life is based on your belief system. The belief system that you were served and fed daily by your parents as a child. That's your foundation.
Well, yes and no, but don't forget, this sort of technology
Whether
was
it's
not
your parents,
around when we were children.
But the technology was always been there, but we didn't grow up in a culture that used it. So in the East, if you like, whatever the East is, I don't know, north, south, east and west of a round ball, I don't know. But in India and stuff, they do meditation all the time. You know, Indian ladies, Muslim ladies, it's ladies that do it mostly, and it works for them. It's like they know how to use their machine. They also know how to use the sexual life force energy, which you bathe your brain in it. It's not about watching porn and getting off and then having a like fun time. It's much more like, it's bigger than that. It's really trying to, allowing yourself to be full of your god essence, as if you like. And it's a big thing, but I think that's where we're going. I think that's where we're going in terms of humans are developing. We are the cutting edge of evolution. And this conversation is the cutting edge of evolution. And there's a billion conversations happening currently
right now,
on a million different subjects. And the collective consciousness constantly keeps shifting, like en masse, when everybody works out. We worked out something. Oh, we can make these things out of plastic. Oh, we can make these things out of sugar. Oh, we can sell this to those people if we tell them, tell them something like, oh, don't tell them everything. And then, and that's a clever trick, because humans are very clever. They're amazingly resourceful. They're not going to be good all the time. They'll work out a way to get underneath and beside, and like water through the cracks. They'll work out a way.